ISIS is trying to hold back so bad right now.
Everybody knows.
Yep. Everybody does. That's why you're not in HR.
Nope.
Are we ready?
We're ready.
I'm ready.
You ready, Amy? This is Lee Hargrave, Certified Strength and Conditioning Specialist, former rocket scientist, and I'm my own barber.
This is Isis Hargrave, Certified OPEX Coach, Nutrition Guru, and a hopeless romantic.
And this is Adonys, right? BS in Kinesiology, CrossFit Level 2, head coach at enduraLAB, and I am the human sweat machine.
Yes, he is.
Yep.
And you found the enduraLAB podcast where we dive into the science behind fitness.
The ins and outs of better health.
And lifestyle strategies to keep you living your best life.
And today, we have a very special guest joining us. I am pumped. She's a professional basketball player, two-time Olympian, fresh off her back-to-back Women's AfroBasket MVP, and of course, both on and off the court, Amy Okonkwo. Woo! Woo!
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, we're excited to have you on.
You're the most famous person that's been on the podcast, just so you know.
Are you serious?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You're the most famous.
I don't even think I'm famous.
No pressure. No pressure.
You're very famous, worldwide famous. Like,
Yeah.
people don't even understand.
Who's the most famous person that you've met?
Asia Wilson.
Asia Wilson? Okay.
The best basketball player in the world. Actually,
Oh, you got more.
I mean, I did meet the president of Nigeria and the president of France.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't know what level of that.
A
All
lot of
right.
pressure.
Most famous person I've met. I met John Legend in the Gucci store when I was like 13 years old.
Wow.
It was like random. Like I had family that lived in Long Island. We went into the city and it just happened to be in the same place at the same time. I know of several, like guys I played with in high school and college that are in the pro, like MLB, but they're not like super, super famous. But like Hobie Milner.
And you knew that was John Legend.
Yeah, I knew immediately right off the bat. I was
That's
like,
so
that's
crazy.
John Legend.
Yeah, see, I guess I met Colt McCoy. Didn't know who he was. And I love football, but like,
You met Justin Medeiros. Didn't know who he was.
but
It's
I
okay.
wouldn't know. I feel like when they're famous, I'm like, oh, you look so familiar. Do I know you? Like, did I run into you at Central Market? Like, that's how I experience people that have fame.
Yeah. I met Sean Marion once after a Mavs game.
Okay.
I met Dirk Nowitzki
Okay, yeah.
at the Olympics.
Yeah.
Boom. That's awesome.
Yeah,
Well, he
I was
was
gonna
in
say
a movie.
Dirk might be the top one, at least here in Dallas.
Dirk. I met Cade Cunningham.
Okay. Yeah.
Who did you meet
Just
when you were in
recently.
that movie?
Jeremy London and Jamie Presley.
Okay.
Also Patrick Renna,
yeah, I know who that is.
the little kid from like the Big Green. You know, he has freckles, red, curly hair. Anyway, he was in that movie too.
Oh, from he played in
Was it Little
Sandlot.
Giants?
No, Sandlot.
Sandlot, yeah.
Yeah.
Does Dawn
Yeah.
Staley count as?
Yes.
Yeah,
I love Dawn.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Who's
she
that?
does.
Funny as-
Yeah, like she's a head coach of South Carolina,
Carolina.
women's basketball.
Yeah.
She's great.
Oh yeah, like I didn't.
She's one of the only players. She like played in the WNBA and was
Yeah, no, she's
coaching-
amazing.
Was it Georgetown Women's? Providence. She was coaching. She was the head coach of a college team and playing in the WNBA at the same time.
That's awesome.
It's insane.
She's
It's like
crazy.
one of those people that they have a famous song, but I don't know the name of the band. Like that's what she
Okay,
is to me.
yeah.
Like I know who she is if I see her, and she always wears all those like beaded, like fun necklaces.
Oh yeah, because people make kids
yeah,
make
like
them for her.
friendship bracelets.
They're really
See,
cute.
I know who. I know who
Yeah,
she
yeah.
is.
Who else? Tessa Thompson, is that her name?
The actress.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I met her at the Olympics as well. She was nice.
Okay. What was she doing at the Olympics? Or just
She
the
was
famous-
watching.
Oh, yeah, just
Yeah, there was a lot. There was a lot
A
of
lot
like,
of famous
like
people there.
LeBron, Devin Booker, Bam.
Yeah.
There's only 3 I remember as of right now. We're all
Steph?
sitting like courtside at the
Yeah.
game.
Okay. That's
Oh,
awesome.
Steph wasn't there.
Oh, Snoop Dogg.
What?
He was.
Yeah,
a lot of
Snoop-
good-
yeah,
was there.
Snoop
He was all.
commentating for
He was
sure.
all over.
They threw
He
him
had
a
it-
bag, and he was like, "Yeah, I'll be there."
No, and he had
Which
his.
made it great.
It was crazy
Yeah.
because like before we got to like the Olympic Village or whatever, I was in a different Olympic Village in Lille. So when I went to the big one, I was sad because I didn't get to like trade pins. And Snoop Dogg had a pin, Simone Biles had a pin. Yeah,
Ilona Maher.
people had like their own personal pins, and I was like, I actually met her.
You met Alana Mars?
I have a picture with her. Yeah.
Okay, that's awesome. That's
I met her
another
at the-
super famous.
Yeah,
person.
I
Going
met
to
her
the
at-
Olympics.
Wow.
I met her at the closing ceremony. I was like,
We
oh
need
my
to
gosh.
rewind. Did she say like, I haven't met anyone famous?
Yeah, and then now she's just
I had
rattling
to
off all
remember.
these awesome
Sorry.
athletes.
I just think of them as people.
You know, when you're just so
Exactly.
famous and cool,
Yeah.
you just like, you
Exactly.
forget these things.
It's just
Yeah,
someone
it
you
happens.
saw
It's
in the
like
Olympic
people we
Village.
hang
No
out
big
with,
deal.
you know, like
Yeah.
normal. It's fine.
It's all right. You've lived a very, very, very awesome life so far. Keep going.
Yeah.
You're not done yet.
I met Coco Goff. And I have a
Okay.
picture with her too. I forgot. Y'all, I don't remember these things.
That's
Yeah, I
so
mean,
fun.
I mean, so some people.
She's
I wouldn't
cool.
call,
Yeah.
uber famous or
Yeah,
anything
no.
like that. Yeah, no.
I'm not a celebrity. I'm just a girl.
you know who I really
I mean, you
want to
can't
meet,
even
though?
remember who you met. Professional
right.
athlete.
We
You're
just
right.
need to give you some time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We should have given you time to write down or something like. And then we could have ranked it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These are the
We
top
could've.
people that.
So
Amy's
of all the
met.
people that I said, who do you think's the most famous?
I would say you said Dirk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like for local, that's probably
Local,
the
I'd
most.
probably say Dirk.
Yeah.
Worldwide, I don't know. Might be Asia.
I don't
You
know.
think that
Well, I don't
the
know.
president
Dirk-
of
Dirk
France
might
is
be-
not
Dirk-
more known?
Dirk might be.
You don't think the president of France is
I
more
don't.
known?
I cannot
than
put a
No.
name
Asian?
or
I know what he
face
looks
to the
like.
president of France.
I know what he looks like. I don't
Like
know
his
his name.
title's
Emmanuel
famous.
Macron? Oof.
Great.
I feel like he's like
Je ne
really
sais pas.
famous.
yeah.
Yeah, I think Dirk.
know.
I think Dirk would still win.
Yeah, Dirk is like loved by all.
Speaking
He
of
can do
lists,
no wrong.
someone who's top of my list who I'd love to meet.
Oh, here we go.
And I already know what she's
Billy
gonna say.
Bob Thornton, and he's here in Fort Worth.
Yeah, shooting landman, right?
Yeah, if you're listening, Billy Bob, come to enduraLAB. Please, I'll know who you are. And I already got a free
The
pass.
look
I get
on
to give him a
Amy's
kiss.
face right now.
Mwah. Oh,
That old man.
Was that the pass?
yes.
He
oh
looks
my
like an
God.
old
Wow.
worm.
Listen,
no offense, Billy
he is
Bob. Like you're,
sexy.
you're a great,
He's
you're
so
a great
sexy.
actor. Like you've
Isis,
been in
you're
some of my
questionable.
favorite movies, but like he's of all.
I
of
like
all
my
the
men
people,
older.
No. Listen,
Duh.
but we've talked about
Wow.
me and Lee. We've
It's
talked
like a
about this.
backhanded
The
compliment.
question,
No.
her choices are questionable.
Did I ever tell you about the time I lost all my self-esteem?
When she told you about that, wow.
You know, it was like, hey,
Baby,
top 3 pass.
love you.
know,
Yeah. Okay.
And
Yeah.
it was
you get your whole pass.
At the time, it was Billy Bob Thornton,
Okay.
Nick Cage, Con Air,
That's
Nick
disgusting.
Cage, Con Air,
Yeah.
and
Yes.
then
White
oh wait,
beater and the-
wait, just wait, Lil Wayne.
little. That's a
When he's
odd
performing.
Mix. That's an odd mix.
Top 3.
Tune
Yeah.
cheeks.
What was that guy's name that she was obsessed with in the NBA? What's his name?
No,
Jay-
stop it. Jalen Brunson.
Oh,
You like Jalen?
She said that he's hot. I said, "Excuse me."
Listen, it's
I said,
hot.
I said, "Hold
When
on."
you
I
perform-
brought my phone out. I said,
When you
"This one?"
You look
perform-
like a potato.
Listen, when
But
you
hey,
perform,
he balled for us though.
he balled. And that's
And
attractive.
He should not have been traded. I'm still mad at
He's
the Mavs
traded?
front office. Yeah, he got
oh,
traded
from the
away.
Mavs.
Yeah, from the
Yeah,
Mavs.
I thought you meant from.
Yeah, you traded away Luka and you traded away Brunson.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah, that
sorry,
was
but like, no.
But he looks like a potato. But all right.
yeah.
I got left.
Anyways,
I have nothing to
Red
say. I just know that I don't like that choice for you.
I don't think any of us like these choices. For him.
We don't like any of the choices you've made in the last
Dude.
10 minutes.
Do better.
Do better.
Like you could have said so many people.
Okay.
And that's the one you chose.
All right, Amy. So let's start from the beginning, right? Introduce yourself. For those who don't know, can you give kind of a quick rundown of your basketball journey, where you started, how you got to the pro level, and your experience on the international stage?
Hello, I'm Amy Okonkwo, and I'm from Rancho Cucamonga, California. I started playing basketball when I was 4. My mom kind of just put us in basketball because she was like, I need my kids to be active. And I was a very rambunctious kid. I had a lot of energy, and I was always like flying off the balls. And so she was like, she needs to do something. So basketball was one of those things, and it kind of just stuck with me. I also played other sports, but basketball was honestly my true love. I got a little bit more. When I was 6 or 7, I joined my first like select team, like travel ball team. And then from there, it just kind of, I took basketball really seriously. I was like, I want to play at the professional level. I want to play in high school. I just want to play. Like playing was like my thing. And I really loved it. And I was tall. Like at 8, I was like 5'3".
Oh, you were like my height.
Yeah, I was. I was huge, but I was huge, honestly. And then in middle school, I think that's also where I went from like, oh yeah, like Amy plays basketball to, oh wait, Amy's kind of good at basketball. Like I made a big leap in my skill set and just how I was playing. When I got to high school, I made varsity at 13 years old as a freshman. I got my first offer for college when I was a junior from Oregon, actually,
Wow.
University of Oregon. I ended up choosing USC, close to home, dream school. Didn't work out for me well there, but I enjoyed the experience that I had and made a lot of friends and decided to transfer to TCU. I think that was probably one of the best decisions I made for myself and one of the best decisions I made in my life, to move to Texas and go to TCU.
So how did that come up though? Like, how did TCU?
How did TCU come up? So the coaches actually recruited me.
Okay. Cool.
When I was in high school. They were at the time at Fresno. Was it Fresno State?
Fresno State.
Yeah, Fresno State. And I just remember having conversations with them, and they were always really nice. But when I came on my visit to TCU, I was just like, yeah, I knew that this is where I was supposed to be. And I loved the family atmosphere that I felt at TCU, and I felt the family atmosphere in Texas.
It's a much smaller. You went private school to private school, but a much smaller.
Much smaller.
Yeah.
And I just felt like I would be taken care of, and I was. I actually had to sit out 1 year before I could play, and that was a tough year, but it got me acclimated. And so when I was able to start playing, I felt so much better. Yeah, I played my 3 years at TCU. I left with 2 degrees essentially, and then I decided to play overseas. My first year overseas, I played in Zamora, Spain. Probably one of the hardest years ever.
And how do you get to that? Like, you just decide, or how do you get those opportunities?
So after my senior year, after the last game, my coach was like, all right, take a week. And then she was like, then we can talk. I was like, okay. I took my little week, and then I go to her office, and she's like, here are agents that want to sign you. I was like, agents?
Cool.
Okay, what does that mean? They're like, oh, these are the people that will find you your job overseas. And so I called, and I think I interviewed like 3 or 4 agents, and then I chose the agent whom I have now. His name is Mike Cound, and I've been with him since.
Amazing.
They've been my only agent for my 6.5, almost 7 years of playing abroad, and I really like our relationship. He's taken care of me and has helped me grow my career in the way that I want it.
Awesome. So he helped you find this first overseas gig. Okay.
Yes, he has a lot of players signed to him. He has a lot of WNBA players signed to him. He has coaches signed to him. I would say he's an OG, really. Like, he's an OG in the basketball world. Like, he's known by most people.
You have to have that. It's like, people think like it doesn't just happen. Like, these are experienced people that help you manage.
Yeah, it's just getting earlier.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Now it's in high school, you're getting your agent, right?
Yeah, with the NIL money and everything.
Yeah. No, I didn't have that.
Yeah.
And I wish I had that, but that's not what I had.
You were a little too old for the NIL.
Yes, but thanks for that lawsuit. I will be getting some money.
Hey, nice.
There you go. So what happens after Spain?
So I played. I'm going to my 7th year overseas. My first year I played in Spain. The second year I played in Spain. 3rd year for 4 months I played in Spain, and then I switched to another team in France. 4th year I played in Israel. 5th year I played in France, and this last year, my 6th year, I played in France again, but for a different team. There was definitely some highs and lows.
So how did you get to Nigeria?
How did I get to Team Nigeria?
Yep.
My first year overseas, I played in Spain, and there was a few Nigerian players playing in Spain, but the captain of the team, enduraLAB, was playing in Spain at the time for the top teams, Perfumes Avenida Salamanca. And
Bless you. Just kidding.
And I remember talking to her about, I know you play for the national team. I watch you guys. You guys are so good. Like, wow. And I was like, I really want to play for the national team. That'd be so cool. And I talked to her a couple times. And then the next year, again, I played in Spain again, and she also was in Spain again. And I was like, no, I really want to play for the national team. And she had already taken the film from like my scout film
Okay.
and like sent it to her coach,
Cool.
the head coach at the time. And then I was invited to camp in 2021 as they were preparing for the 2020 Olympics that was postponed to 2021 summer. And so I was invited to that camp. I wasn't able to participate in that camp because I was injured at the time. I had a high ankle sprain. But I was then invited again to the summer camp that would determine who was the 12-man roster for the Olympics.
The first one.
The first one. And so I went through that whole process through the summer. I was with national team from May until July. Essentially, there was a couple weeks where we could like go home for a week and spend time with our families, and then we'd have to leave again. But I was with national team for essentially like 3 months. Mm-hmm. And the day before we left, I think it was July 25th or 21st or something like that, I got a call into a room, like a meeting room at a hotel. And then I was told I made the Olympic team. And since then, I've been on the national team. I have not been on the national team. And then now I'm captain of the national team.
Yeah. That's amazing. You've kind of gone up and down and traveled all over throughout your playing career. Now, with that being said, how did you approach your training while you're in season versus off season? Because I know like when you're at USC, at TCU, you probably have a lot of amenities that you have access to. But when you're playing overseas, how do those resources change for you, and how does that change your training between going from college to professional? And then once you're in professional, how was it different within each one of the countries that you played in?
Yeah, so I think that you don't realize that you're on your own until you're on your own. Mm-hmm. When I left college, of course I knew that I had my strength coach at the time as like a resource, but everything's on me. Like no one's going to plan my workouts for me, tell me what to work on, tell me what I need to get better at. And I had to ask myself, like, what do I want my training to look like? Mm-hmm. I had to figure that out myself. I'm going to be honest, my first year overseas, like before I went, I was just doing the same things that I was doing because I still had TCU as a resource. I was going and lifting, and I did my basketball workouts myself. I was a gym rat, so like I was always in the gym anyway. So the basketball portion was just like me thinking like, oh, I'm going to continue to work on the things that I've always worked on. And then when you go overseas, normally teams will have like a strength and conditioning coach, and they do things a lot differently over there. They're not doing Olympic lifting. They're not lifting as heavy. They're not lifting for as long. So it's a lot different. The way they play basketball is different. We were having 2-a-days almost every single day, like 2 full 1.5 hour to 2 hour practices, which is like different on your body. Your conditioning level is different. And after my first, like, I think 2 years, I was like, no, something's got to change.
Mm-hmm. And that's when you got introduced to enduraLAB.
Yes. So I was like, something has to change. I was like, I think I'm doing okay. But after my ankle injury, I was like, no, there's something that I need to do. I need to invest in this for myself, because at the time I wasn't making that much money. So it was hard for me to be able to afford these things. Mm-hmm. But going into after my 3rd year overseas is when I found enduraLAB.
Was it around Israel time?
Yeah, it was right before I went. Yep. It was right before I went to Israel. I was working out with someone for that summer, and the workouts were okay, but I just didn't feel like we matched on what I wanted for myself and the professionalism. So I was like, I need to find something. So I was actually ranting to the mom of the family that I was babysitting for. That's also a very close family friend of mine. And they're like, well, we have a trainer. And I was like, oh. Can you tell me? I need someone to work me out the next 4 days before I leave. And they're like, yeah, here's his number. And I texted Lee, and he was like, yeah, I can do this time and that time. And I was like, okay, great. So I think I worked out with him 3 days. It was 3 days in a row or something like that, right before I left. And I really enjoyed the training sessions. They were really fun. We were laughing literally the whole time. We worked on everything that I wanted to work on. And I was like, oh no, I wish that I met him sooner. I wish I met him at the beginning of the summer, because I probably would have gotten more things done and it would have felt much better before going to Israel. I go to Israel. I had a pretty good season. And then I had a shoulder problem. So when I got back, immediately I told Lee, and he helped me work through that and rehab it and figure out a solution. But really, ever since that like first time that I set foot into enduraLAB, I basically haven't left, and they can't get rid of me.
Yeah, that's amazing. No, I mean, that's awesome. That just kind of shows the testament that what Lee and Isis have created at enduraLAB and their expertise, and being able to work with a professional athlete, like that's amazing, because you've had so many different experiences, and you're like, okay, it's after 3 days, you're like, yo, this is it. This is what I want. This is what I need. And you bond with them at a personal level too, outside of just the strength conditioning aspect of it too, which is nice.
Yeah, no, it's been honestly, like, every time I'm so grateful, because, you know, everybody comes into your life for a reason. And like, to be able to foster the relationships that I've had with Isis and with Lee and their kids, Jack and Isla, like, it's been
Jack's your number one fan. Just if you didn't already know that, Jack is your number one.
He's also my number one hater. Honestly,
but hey, you got to keep you humble. You know, you got to keep you humble.
They're so lucky though to have you in their lives too. I mean, the fact that our kids get to grow up watching you and all of our amazing athletes in our gym and our community, like, really teaches them. I mean, Isla especially, and Jack too, that, you know, women are strong and powerful and very talented. You're a very good role model. So thank you so much for being a part of the gym. But also too, so you came for strength and conditioning, but what you also got, without asking probably, was all the mobility and recovery as well. And then most recently we've done nutrition together. So that's been awesome. So talk a little bit about like how that holistically has helped your training.
Okay, so
like now these days, I feel like you're so conditioned. You're like, today I need a mobility day. Like, but go ahead.
Yeah, it was always like, you know, usually I'd come in and Lee was just like, this is what we're doing. And I was like, yep, this is what we're doing. And then after I got used to what our routine would be, it was more like, what do you want to do? Like, how are you feeling? He always asked me how I was feeling, you know, to assess what we were going to do that day and things. But now it's like me being able to tell, like, no, okay, this is what I need today. Like, today, I'm not feeling it. I'm sorry. Like, can we just do mobility? You said conditioning. I'm sorry, I can't do that today. But we can do this. And
that was last week.
No, literally. He was like, I was thinking about conditioning. I was like, mobility, please.
But I think that's cool, because part of what we do is not only like training, but we educate too, and educate you on how listening to your body and what your body needs. Now, there's certainly days that we'll be like, okay, you don't want conditioning, but today's a conditioning
Absolutely.
day.
Yeah, I know. Of course, it's like, this is what we're doing. And I'm like, I know that.
We'll push you.
After I see her warm up or like she's not thinking about training and she's all hyper over there on the side, I'm like, yeah, we can work today.
Yeah. No, exactly.
That's like maturing.
Yes.
There's a few different things. You've definitely matured as an athlete, right? So, I mean, I remember texting you in Israel, or you'd be texting like, I am so tired, I don't know what it is. And I'm like, Amy, have you drank water? And you were the worst at that time, but it was just like really simple stuff, you know? And then just the relationship understanding, obviously. I just think that that's cool as far as my part being in this is watching you like, hey, are you recovering? Or, you know, you can really speak to me exactly what you need. And then that helps me as a coach deliver what you need to make you feel better, perform better, right?
Yeah, for sure. And I think I'm proud of myself, because nowadays, you know, you'll be like, did you boots? And I'm like, I already did boots. Did you foam walk? Yes. Lacrosse? Yes. I did it all.
And then I'm like, how many grams of protein did you eat?
Enough. Look at the log.
But I think it's interesting, even with all this stuff, again, because like you are an elite athlete, and a lot of people think like nutrition or mobility or working out, it's all so hard and these athletes have it figured out. And it's no, actually you have learned, you have to practice, you have to get all of this for yourself. Yes. And I think that's really important for people to understand. It's not always like just a natural thing for athletes. And you guys are constantly working on bettering yourselves health-wise, for your sport, etc. So I am very proud of you.
Thank you.
And you've put in a lot of work, and I think that's important for people to know and understand.
Yeah, I think too, when you look at training a professional athlete, people we'll look at all the Instagram hype reels of someone showing
Doing the craziest
my
workouts.
gosh.
Craziest workouts.
Or like a cleanse or something.
and we work on movement quality, right? And there are some days in which you might be doing an easier workout than my like oldest client. But like if you look at kind of the intensity, what we're doing is really injury prevention because the way you make a living is on the court. So my job, our job as coaches is to make sure you do that really well.
Yeah.
Right. And I'll never forget Olympics. You take that huge fall, and I'm
my gosh.
I'm rewinding it over and over
We're
because
over
I'm trying
here
to figure out what could have happened.
Yeah.
And we're texting, and I'm like, "How are you feeling? Where are you feeling it?" But it's those kind of things, like your training up to that point because we had just rehabbed shoulders so hard that I mean you were able to do that, and when that hit, I mean it was hard to watch, but I'm just like, what happened? How's the elbow? Where's the shoulder? But that was a testament of your training right there that you were okay.
Mm-hmm.
You came back in the game. And,
You're able to bounce back.
which is awesome.
Yeah. And I think sometimes people forget too that like when you say it takes a village with a child, it's the same thing as with when you're a professional athlete. It takes a village, and you guys are part of my village. And yes, you hold me accountable and have held me accountable to the point where now I hold myself accountable because I'm like, I can hear y'all in the back of my mind. Like when I'm about to say something, like,
that's a good
oh,
coach
this
right
I'm
hurts.
living
Great
rent
coach.
free. in
Yeah.
your
Yeah,
brain.
you
I'm
already
like,
know what it is.
Man,
Like,
when I'm about to eat
yeah.
something, I'm be like, Isis would say no.
Yeah.
Lee would look at me crazy if don't do it. Nope, because I don't want to have. Nope, not gonna
See,
explain.
Lee was trying to test you earlier with bringing those donuts.
He. You see the way he was like,
I
But
know,
girl,
he
it
was
wasn't
showing-
your
yeah.
birthday.
no, it
I'll
wasn't.
just wait for your birthday.
You
It
see,
was a te- it's a
I
test.
just already.
It's a
She already
test.
knew. I said,
Yeah.
I already told her my stomach hurts. So if I eat this donut, she's gonna be like, so why does your stomach hurt? And I'm gonna be like,
Exactly.
My bad.
But listen, your birthday's in 8 days, right?
yeah.
So are you doing Costco cake? What are we doing? We're having a party. Are you going to be? You're here. You'll be here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. It'll be a
Oh,
celebration.
we're going to be a surprise. I'm not going to tell you what we're going to do. I know her top 3 cakes for sure, though.
The vanilla cake from Costco, correct?
That's number 1.
That's number
Yeah.
one on the list. Or nothing but cakes.
That cake is fire. I don't know what they put in
Now,
there.
which one is your favorite there?
Where?
Nothing but cakes.
Oh,
Oh, celebration.
Oh, yeah. The
Celebration,
little, like,
with the
confetti.
sprinkles.
Yeah.
I gotta
The
go red
vanilla,
velvet.
the vanilla one. Whatever
Oh, yeah,
vanilla
red velvet.
is fine. I will eat it.
Red velvet.
Red velvet's good, but it's not better
RV.
than vanilla.
RV.
And that's what I was trying to say earlier. Actually, I was going to say that Susie Cakes is now 4th.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've never heard of that. I
There's a
don't know
lot of
Susie
icing on
cake.
Susie cakes. Like I like cake and icing. But
I just think their cake is
so
too
much.
big
It's too big.
because like if you get a slice, that is generous.
You're literally talking about Susie cakes being too big, and you can only buy an entire cake from Costco. So
Yeah,
I
but
just
you
think,
can-
let's just go on flavor.
Listen, but
right?
like you can like freeze. But listen.
You can no,
You can
no, do not
freeze.
freeze Costco. You freeze like wedding cake, like something.
I freeze
that's,
Costco cake,
She's like, don't tell
You've
me.
heard it here first.
You
right?
can freeze Costco.
and
cake.
it's fire when you
Yeah.
defrost it. Actually, it's
Costco.
honestly it's good when it's frozen. The frosting, you just eat it like it's candy. I know that sounds really bad.
Yeah.
I don't do that often, guys. I don't, but
Costco, if you're listening right now.
I will
Sponsor
take
the
a sponsorship.
podcast.
Actually, you don't have to sponsor me. Just free cake.
Oh, yeah, there we go. That's an
Okay.
Is that a
easy one.
sponsorship?
Okay,
Yeah.
but like you can love cake and everything, but like for real, when you dialed in your nutrition, like how good did you feel? Like
No,
didn't
I
you
do. No, I
amazing?
feel great. No, I do. I do feel great, and I feel like that played a really big part of like my recovery, especially when I was
Yes.
at this recent AfroBasket. I felt fine. I felt great. Like mobility wise, like nothing was hurting. Even after practices, after games, I know some of my teammates were like, "Oof," but I was like, "I'm fine."
Yeah.
My coach was like, "Are you really okay?" I said, "Mm-hmm."
But you also know what to do.
Yeah.
And I think that's the big thing is athletes wait until it's a problem before they start treating it.
Yeah.
Luca.
Yeah. And so when you look at something,
Itch in the back of my throat.
if you have a problem or an issue that you start feeling creep up, and it takes like 6 weeks before you go see somebody, expect the healing process to take about as long.
Yeah.
So the sooner you're on it, the better, right? And you
Yeah.
know now just your level of education of recovery practices, right? You can hop on a lacrosse ball, hit the Normatec boots, foam roller, you know what to do.
And I think that's the thing is like people don't know what feels bad. Even like you're so accustomed to feeling bad. We've had that conversation
Especially
before.
with food.
Right. Or like being inflamed or, and then the sugar
Mm-hmm.
cravings compounding. It's like you don't know any better. And then you feel really good and you're cleaning up your diet, if you will, for lack of better words. And then you have that whatever you used to, whether it's a donut or a bag of chips for myself. Oh my gosh. Mouth is watering. But then you crash. Like you feel disgusting.
Yeah, you're like, why did I do that?
I know.
And I feel like a lot of athletes, it's like when they're, younger, they're like, oh, I'm still young. I'm having my 2-a-day practices, 3-4 hours a
I
day.
can eat whatever, drink whatever.
No, you cannot.
Sometimes it's okay. Like, I won't say it's okay, but they can get away with it. But then when it's like, hey, that second contract comes around, or it's like, okay, I'm not performing as well as I wanted to. And then now it's like, oh, now I need to make a change within my nutrition and my recovery habits. But then it's like, hey, man, if you would have been doing this 3-4 years ago, like how much better could your career have been? And you're starting, early. You've been started early on that, which is amazing.
Which I think they're going to have like something on that as athletes are going later and later, like LeBron.
Yeah, he's putting a couple $1 million into his body. A lot of athletes are following that trend. TB12 with Tom Brady? He was able to play into his mid-40s. So a lot of athletes are starting to understand that, like, oh, no, like eating right.
Yeah, didn't Tom Brady have like, they all have personal chefs, but like he was on, was a pescatarian diet or something where he ate a lot of fish and fresh vegetables, which again, guys, is nothing like spectacular. It's just basic nutrition.
And being consistent.
And being consistent,
Because you can eat fish, and that's great, but like you have to be very consistent. I think consistency, it's like, okay, yeah, you eat great, but how often do you eat great?
It's not 100% every day.
Yeah, it's not going to be, and honestly, you're not going to be perfect.
Right.
But if you're taking steps, more steps in the right direction, then I think that's going to be it's going to make a difference for sure.
But I think too, it's like recreating like what is perfect, because to me, perfect is that balance of, having something that maybe isn't as basic as whole foods. You're having something that's more maybe processed or whatever, but it's like training. Like you need those little like changes of, what am I trying to say? Like shake-ups to kind of shock the system. So that way it's like, oh, there's something different. I've got to, change something. And then you go back. So you have cycles, if you will.
But even, for Amy, your last AfroBasket tournament, right? You're eating food that you're not used to. So you do, I think that when people get really perfect, and I have, another athlete that, let's say, is a backcountry hunter, right? He eats really healthy here, but when he goes out, he can't eat the same way. So you have to kind of creep some of those things in so it doesn't shock it too much. But I remember at the very beginning of AfroBasket, you were having a hard time getting protein, just food availability was bad. So like, you have to kind of be ready for that, though.
Yeah, it's all.
You packed all the snacks, which was super smart.
Yes, I did. I packed a lot of David bars. David, if you hear me.
Another sponsorship on the way right there. David
There we
bars,
go.
come on.
A lot of David bars. I had my collagen. I had my Swoley creatine gummies.
Ooh,
Swoley.
Shout out.
Hello.
Name drop.
And yeah, I just tried my best to stay very protein heavy. I ate a lot of eggs.
But that's also too like you learning what were proteins and what was going to fuel you the most. And we kind of talked about that before you left. We're like, we need to make sure we load up on this because, and being able to know that without overthinking, because you're thinking about everything else while you're there. The game, mostly like you're playing, whatever you're doing, but it came as second nature because we had been working on it for like a couple months.
Yeah.
At that point. So again, like you were prepared, you were educated. It was second nature. It's like that's part of being a pro.
Yes. And we got it done, and we came back with the championship.
Yes.
And
2-time MVP.
Two-time
Back to back.
MVP.
So we've been talking a lot about like recovery, nutrition, things of that nature. Now, what about like mental fortitude type things? Like what mental aspects of recovery or training have you kind of like dived into, like whether it be meditation, whether it be like visualization, what types of things like mentally have you done to kind of increase your training?
So, fun fact, I actually studied sports psychology in my undergrad, and that's always been something that's really been interesting for me, and something that I've also like struggled with in my time as a professional athlete. But I have learned that I need to find ways to ground myself when things get to be too much. If you feel like you're not enough, or you're not playing well, or you're just in your head, I feel like for me personally, I've always tried to talk to my family, talking to my family as much as possible. I remember there was times where I would just stay up just so I could talk to my mom because I knew she was getting off of work. Or I've also been fortunate that in the places that I've played, I've always kind of found a family or people who I can go to when I know that like times might be difficult, and just spend time with them. I'm definitely an adventurer, so I like to just go out and walk.
Yeah, you walk like 6
not
to
just
8 miles,
Why don't
y'all.
you tell
Like,
them your walk?
yeah.
Yeah. Tell us a little about the
That
walk.
made it sound
Tell
like
us
a
about
stroll
the walk.
around the park.
So it's not like a little walk. Like I'll walk 5 to 7 miles.
Yeah.
Just chilling.
That's good, but like no music or
It is
anything.
good.
Like it's just you and your thoughts, and you're connecting with whatever that may be. And
It depends on the day. Like if I'm like, okay, I'm walking because I'm angry or there's something on my mind, then I will not walk with any music or something. But if I'm just like, I just want to take a little stroll, why not? Then I'll pop in my earphones. But yeah, those mental health walks, you'll leave feeling a lot of mental clarity, because the beginning, you're walking super fast, and you're like probably cussing somebody out in your head. Like, I can't believe they did this. And I feel like this. And why is it this? And then by the end, you're like, wow, look at the little butterfly and the
you gotta
trees
get
and the
those things
flies
out.
and look at that little swing at the park. And you're just, you got it all out. So
Right.
yeah, that's been really helpful. Also, like at one point I was seeing a therapist because I felt like,
That was my next question.
Yeah.
Have you ever done sports? You've studied it, but have you ever gone to a sports psychologist?
so at the time that I was talking to a therapist, it wasn't a sports psychologist,
okay.
because I felt like for me, like my mental struggles have not necessarily always been with basketball. It's always just been like personal life things, but you know, you want to be good on and off the court. So me tackling that definitely helped my performance. I know a lot of people, like some people you see in like social media, a lot of athletes have spoken out like, I was at my lowest, but I was playing my best.
Yeah.
And
That's compartmentalization. Well, sometimes that can be really good, but also that
Yes.
can be very terrible for you
Yes.
as well. Right.
Yes, and I'm one of those people that are really able to compartmentalize, and I did that for a very long time. Like I wasn't good off the court, but on the court I was always going to do my job. I was always going to play well and excel, but it got to the point where it's like, when can I get off? When at what point is it too much to where I get off the court and I'm just unhappy? Because I know I'm happy on the court. Like I love playing basketball. It's my passion. It's my love. Like it's what I felt like I was made to do. And then I step off the court and it feels like everything's falling apart. It's like you have to, you can't feel like that. You have to figure out something. And I had to. So I was speaking with someone and it was really helpful. And I know now that like if I ever get to a space like that, the things and the mechanisms that you can use to cope and or figure out how to put myself back in a better space.
Yeah, because it's like you have I was going to say, like you have imposter syndrome, or like you're living a double life where it's like, I am this one great athlete, but when I get off the court, you know, no one, you know, for athletes, a lot of people don't see what you do on your free time. And it's like, that fame, the notoriety, the attention that you would get on the court, like that's all gone. But now it's like, I got to deal with real life. And that's, you know, for some people very difficult to kind of navigate through. But that's, I'm very happy to hear that you have your village, you have your people that you can talk to. And also you've used an outside resource as well.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say for you. As with all that you do, it's like you have a lot of highs and lows, and there's all intermittent seasons, and like to go from top stage, you know, Olympics, and then overseas basketball too, and then all the questions of like, oh, am I going to go to the WNBA, and like some of the things that we know about you. It's like there's a lot of opportunity. There's a lot of positive and wins, but there's a lot of failures that people don't see that people have underneath, right? Because again, we're sharing our highlight reel, we're sharing our MVP.
You're still a human.
We're all human.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm happy to hear that you have that too. I think everyone could benefit from having a therapist in their community.
For sure.
We do. So it's like, I'm really happy to hear that.
Thank you. I mean, overseas can be, it's really hard, you know, like it's really lonely because it's like you're thousands and thousands of miles away from home. You're 7 to 9 hours ahead of time. And after you do something, you want to call your family, but they're sleeping.
Yeah.
Or, you know, like you live alone, you're by yourself. You spend a lot of time by yourself. I've spent so much time alone. Like, it's fine. I love myself, and I'm really chill. Like, I have my Nintendo Switch, I have my Snorlax Snuffy, and
she's like, don't feel bad for me.
Yeah, don't feel bad for me or anything.
Nintendo.
I'm good. But you know, it can't.
Shout
Shout out Nintendo.
Yeah, for real. Nintendo.
Hey, send your
Switch
girl some
2.
games.
Right.
Switch 2.
But no, it can be very lonely. But at the end of the day, like, I know why I play basketball. I know my reasons, and I still enjoy it to the fullest. And again, like, it takes a village, and I'm very grateful for the village that I have. So
It's amazing.
So speaking of living
Yeah,
by
what's
yourself,
next? Oh, no.
your new apartment, and where you're going.
Hey,
oh,
don't be putting her on blast like that.
Yeah.
Hey, get these dudes out here.
Oh my gosh.
Come on now.
So next season I will be playing in Istanbul, Turkey for Beşiktaş.
Cool.
Yeah.
So me and Lee got a place to come stay when we need our hair plugs.
Absolutely.
All right. Bet.
I think Jack's doing the research for
Jack-
us.
yeah,
Oh
Jack's
my
doing the research
gosh.
for us.
Honestly,
All right.
I could do research if you really want. Like, you really need it? I got you. I'll talk to some Turkish people.
So Turkey may not be where we're visiting, but we will be there for the next Olympics for sure.
Well, yeah, let's just talk about upcoming goals. I know we've had a goal for a long time.
Yeah.
That's 3 Olympics, right?
Yes.
Especially coming back home, LA.
Yep.
But what else? What else you got?
You know, WNBA is always there. I would love to achieve that. I would love to help my team this year qualify for like EuroLeague for the next year. I want to play really well in Euro Cup. I just want to continuously get more efficient. I feel like over the years, I just have always told myself, like, how efficient can you be in the minutes that you play? How good can you get? How effective can you be? And that's what I want to do. I want to, you know, continue to shoot well from the 3. I think that's something that is a big element to my game. And I just want that to be even more consistent and just, expand my game as much as I can, be the best basketball player that I can be offensively and defensively, and just grow, because basketball's not forever, but I know that with the time that I have with it, I just want to get everything that I can out of it.
That
Your
is
game.
amazing.
Yeah, your game I think it's definitely at its peak that I've seen. I'm not saying that that's its peak, right?
Yeah.
But you're on the upslope for sure.
Yeah.
Like these last couple of years, it's been awesome. So
Thank you.
And we are cheering you on. And speaking of our younger cheerer honors, Isla and Jack, they are very inspired by you. What advice do you have for young athletes? Like, Isla's going to play basketball this winter. I'm going to make her. I don't know if I told you that.
you haven't told Isla yet
She
either.
is going to follow in your footsteps. So what advice do you have
No pressure.
for her and for young athletes?
Honestly, I think the biggest thing is, like, you have to be the biggest believer in yourself. There's always going to be a critic. There's always somebody that's going to say, you're not good enough, and you don't do this, and you don't do that. And it's like, okay, not yet. Not yet.
Were you saying that to yourself, though, as a young kid, you think? I mean, you had to have been saying something.
I mean, I shouldn't care. Like, I
No, for real.
No, I shouldn't care. Like, I'm honestly really sensitive. Like, I cry. Like, I was crying that these people were saying these things to me, but I didn't care enough to let them stop me.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. Like,
As a younger you, or
yeah,
now?
as a younger,
okay.
no, as a younger
like,
me.
Who's talking about you?
Yeah, because, like, when I was younger, like, the oh, she's not good enough, oh, she's too big, oh, she doesn't move well, oh, whatever was told to me, I was just like, I heard it, I cried about it, and then I went and fixed it.
Yeah.
Like, I wanted my dreams more than someone else's approval. Like, it didn't matter if like, they could say, oh, this, like, I don't care what you have to say about me. I want to play basketball. I want to get good at 3-point shooting. I want to do this. I want to do that. Who who's going to stop me other than myself? Are those words the ones that's blocking my path? Like, shoo the words out of the way and continue. Your journey is your journey. And people are mean. People are going to be mean. People are always going to have something to say. But at the end of the day, like, if you have a goal for yourself, I know it's like cliche. It's like, if you can believe it, you can achieve it. And it's like, no, that is so true. The more positive you are in your mind, the more you can get over the negativity, the more you're going to see success for yourself, because you can't be afraid to try. Because if you don't try, the answer is always going to be no.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So keep knocking until you find your yes.
That's another cliche.
Yeah.
Check.
Yeah. Boom. Keep knocking until you find your yes.
I love that.
You're going to say no. People are going to say no to you sometimes. You're going to be rejected. Sometimes you're not going to be good enough. But what are you going to do in response?
Right.
Dream big, kids.
Yeah.
Dream big.
Dream huge.
And work.
Yeah. Like, keep working. It's like your work is never done. I'm 28 years old and like my work is still not done. Like, people are like, you've been playing basketball since you were 4? Yeah, 24 years of basketball. Yeah, I'm still not, in my eyes, like, I'm good, yes, but I'm not good enough yet.
Well, you're always progressing.
Yeah.
Job's
You're
not
always
finished.
Better. Yeah.
I think that's a big
Frank
thing though
Kobe.
with kids now is they're just looking at social media and thinking, you can just practice and you're going to get to the top of the game. But the people who are at the top are doing so much more,
It's not just what you see.
Exactly. And my kids have been able to see it and they still don't even
Understand.
realize it, right? I'm like, all those kids that you're seeing, all the athletes that we've had come through the gym, that's their like third thing that they're doing that day for their sport.
Mm-hmm.
Like when you come in, you mobilize. We usually work out. It's like an hour and a half-ish, and then you're going to play ball for 2 hours, right? Working on your skills or playing in a pickup game, whatever you're doing that day.
Mm-hmm.
But that is, a lot of time dedicated to your sport, and I really just feel like athletes should understand as you're wanting to progress in a sport. Now, I'm not a big believer of like single sport athletes for young kids.
Agreed.
But if you want to get better at a sport, you can't rely on just your practice, right? You got to spend some time outside of that.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
A lot of time.
Now, we were just talking about kids and like the youth and like how can they overcome some naysayers that they might run across in their life? What would you have to say for more established, regular 9-to-5ers or weekend warriors? What type of mindset would you, encourage them to have, or something that you've done to keep them going in their own processes of their own physical fitness?
I just feel like fitness is your longevity.
Yeah.
Like, what do you want your body to feel like in 10 years? So you have to put in the work now. You're working for longevity and feeling good. You want to feel good. So how do you make yourself feel good? Or what are you going to do to make yourself feel good? It's like, why do you eat cake? Because it makes you feel good. Like,
There's
so
no reason to eat cake. I'm just kidding.
There's always a reason.
Actually,
Let me
love
tell
cake.
you,
I
there's
love
always
cake,
a reason
actually.
to eat cake.
Right.
I'll find one.
Amy will find one for you.
Amy will
always
find one.
It is, look, you know the saying, it's 5 o'clock somewhere for people and alcohol?
Yeah.
That's how I feel about cake.
Yeah, I could just be like,
There's
hey,
a birthday
Amy,
somewhere.
what do you think we should eat cake today? She'll find it.
I'll find a way.
But just the goal is just, hey, your fitness at this point, your workouts at this point are for longevity and for you can pick up your kids, your grandkids, so you can get up, stand up out of a chair, sit down without issues.
Yes, you want to live the fullest life you can live.
Right.
And sitting down all day and not giving your body the opportunity to move, it's not going to do well for you in the long run. Right now, it may feel great because you're like, wow, I'm resting. But you'll be able to rest later. Of course, you always need rest. Like, you need to learn your body.
We're like,
wait.
You have to learn your body.
Right.
But movement is going to be the best thing you do for yourself.
But you know what? And it's what we tell our people, our members, and everyone out there is like, you guys are athletes too.
Yeah.
Even if you work a 9-to-5, you're an athlete.
I tell people that and they're like, I don't do what you do. I'm like,
Yeah.
it's you don't have to do the same thing I do.
I mean, I feel like besides the basketball practice, like I strength train like you. We eat the same. We hang. We're the same people.
Yeah. No, really.
But you happen to
She
play
could
at an
just-
elite level.
She could just drop 30 on somebody.
Yeah. And I can't. But
You got there and drop 30 on somebody. real
Yeah.
quick.
But the basics are there as far as fitness goes and
Yeah.
nutrition and recovery. We're kind of all in that same range. It's just a matter of how much, like intensity or
Yeah, and people can
Yeah.
choose that. You know,
Yes.
you don't have to be a CrossFitter or a high rocks athlete or a power lifter. You can literally go on walks every day for 30 minutes. And if that's the best form of fitness you can do for yourself, hey, I welcome it.
Yeah.
Just don't eat cake immediately after.
Right. There we go.
Walk to the cake store, come back.
Hey, if that's the movement you got to do, you know what? I'll take it.
You got to, I mean, like to eat whatever bad thing you probably shouldn't eat a whole bunch of, but you got to like put that at the top of the pedestal. It's like, hey, I've worked. I could give myself a little bit of,
Yes.
if it's birria tacos, whatever it is, if it's cake,
Yes.
whatever that thing is, it's like, okay, like don't exclude it from your diet, but just
Find a balance.
find a balance, and it's a reward for yourself because
Yes.
you put in that work.
although I tell people to have non-food rewards.
Oh, you do. Okay.
I'll tell
them to-
people the
you
more
tell them
muscle
what?
you have, the less the sugar spike is.
That is, ooh, okay.
See, that's what I like to tell people. Oh,
Yeah,
you
so
like-
have your sweets.
So yeah, we have different philosophies. I'm like, oh, you
It's
want to eat
okay.
that? Put on some more muscle.
I like the carrot. I like the carrot and I like the carrot and stick. Carrot
It's okay,
stick,
and that's
yeah.
okay. That's okay.
All right, Amy, it's been amazing having you. As always, loving having you in the gym. And, you know, it's fun that we've got to share a little bit of your story on the podcast today. You've shown us what's possible when talent meets dedication and done in the right training environment.
Thank you for having me.
And if you're listening and you're in Fort Worth, whether you are a pro athlete or a 9-to-5er or a youth trying to find your sport, we'd love to have you at enduraLAB. We do personal training, group fitness classes, and we've got what you need to perform.
Yeah, and I know I've only known you for a couple of weeks. I know we know some of the same people and everything, but it's been a pleasure getting to know you on this podcast, and I'm really, really, really excited to kind of watch you throughout the season and everything. Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Now I feel like I can add to my
Famous people.
my famous people
Oh,
list.
my
You're on my
gosh.
famous people list.
That's
so
right.
I can add you on there. Yeah.
And I guess we're going to need like a team trip to Turkey. Is
Yeah.
that-
Well, maybe just me and you.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe just me and you, and then we'll just come back. We'll do what Brian Urlacher did. Brian Urlacher just didn't have any hair, and then he came back one season and just had all the hair. Hey,
That's right.
You do what you
Hey.
have to
Do
do.
I'm going to get some braids like Amy.
okay.
You know?
Go to
Amy's
Jamaica.
hair is fire. Fire.
I don't think you want to sit that the process to like get
Yeah,
the hair
yeah.
first
Yeah, it's
and
a
then
lot.
put the hair in there.
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
the tender-headedness would get me, but if I could sit in one place for 4.5 hours, just
He would love
nah.
it. I don't love that. I don't love hair
I've never
day
had
like
that.
I don't
that.
have to do my hair
Yeah.
for a really long time.
Yeah.
I mean, there's maintenance, but still.
But when you do, it's like all day.
No, it only took
No?
me 6 hours.
Yeah. Like mine for the coloring
pretty
takes like
long
5
time.
hours.
Yeah, 6 hours when I have to like take it
kinda
out,
li- I
wash,
kinda
blow
like-
dry.
30-minute cut. I'm good.
Mine's 5 minutes.
Yeah, he said
I'm a real efficient barber.
Must be nice.
I'm gonna give
Stop
shout
it.
out to Steve St. Clair. This is the only dude that I know that he's like bald on the top, but like he has the Homer Simpson on the back, but he grew it into a mullet, and on the mullet he permed it.
Oh
Steve
my
St.
gosh.
Clair, if you're listening,
wow.
shouts to you, my boy, because you're the only dude that's ever had this haircut.
It's like the 80s
That's
perm in
scary.
the back, like
Oh,
tight.
It is
80s
scary.
perm in the
Oh,
back,
nice.
but he's like completely bald on
I feel like
top.
you find something like that out in Alito.
That might be a little concerning. Maybe in Dallas.
It's like a Southside fade.
Yeah, like the shag. thing
yeah,
that they do.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, thanks to everybody for listening today. If you've liked this podcast, we'd love it if you left us a review on iTunes or Spotify. That would really help us out and get our story out there. If you'd like to interact with us, the best way is probably on Instagram. We're at enduraLAB. And until next time,
And keep moving.
Eat well.
and stay strong.
Ciao.
Peace.